What's up, nerds? Welcome to NGR's B-Sides here on youtube.com/NGR Radio and NGRradio.com. I'm Corey, and joining me is Matt and Moose, as always. We're here to talk about the top 5 games we've played this year. Now that E3 is over, we can talk about other stuff.
Thank God.
Right? This was a long week. This is a long week, man.
It's been a long week.
E3 seemed like it just never ended.
Can we just say that E3 is like 2 weeks long now?
I mean, might as
They
well.
make
I
it
mean,
2 weeks long, just because they're trying to get their money's worth. But
yeah, basically.
I mean, like Sony started making announcements last week. I think Xbox and Nintendo both had announcements last week.
I mean,
Like-
Walmart stepped in Bethesda's crap all over the place.
Yep.
They only got one. I mean, the weird thing is they even got one wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
which I'm fine with.
the rumor is that game's going to be at Gamescom. So
Yeah, probably.
yeah, because it's the Ubisoft Europe studio, I guess, whatever that is, whatever is happening over there. So
So you've heard it. You've heard it here last. Splinter Cell will probably be at Gamescom.
yeah, yeah, about that. So
Which we
All
can
right,
we can retroactively, say you're all right with 20 questions now because it's being developed.
right. So does that point get added on after we figure out who the winner is?
I don't.
Is this like Mario Party where
I think you're kind of in the. I think you're kind of in the lead at this point. So
I am. I'm winning by 1, I think.
And then I think you're either 1 or 2 ahead, and then Moose and I think are tied.
I don't know, something like that.
Because you guys
I don't know.
you guys got my game last time. Anyway, what's the B-side?
Yep. Well, are we gonna go like round robin, or are we just gonna go? I mean, I can just
go, dude.
Yeah,
What's your top 5 games you played this year?
top 5 games to play this year. I don't even know.
N++.
So yeah, yep. That's
That's got to be on the list, man, because you've been
It's
playing the
number
heck out of
one.
it. Okay,
that's my number 1 game this whole year, and it came out in 2015. But I came
There
out
ain't no
on Switch
shame in that game.
Came out on Switch 2 weeks ago, and it's fun to play portable, and I have time to play it now. So, just saying, that is a good game. That is a great game.
Nice.
I 100%ed all the intro levels, all 200 of them, I think. It's a good time.
Finally passed that tutorial. Good job, Corey.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. And I'm well into whatever the next section is. It's like intro, N++, hardcore, legacy.
Yeah, are there like 5,000 levels in that game?
There's 4,390 levels.
So,
Yep.
I mean, Godspeed, man. Godspeed.
No, it's just one of those games that you're just going to chip away at forever. And then one day you'll be like, I'm done.
God, the platinum to that must be insane. Unless a level is like maybe like 10 seconds or something.
No, the to get 100%, well, at least on Xbox 360, to get 100%, you had to get all the gold coins in all the levels.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, the N plus only had like 400 levels, but
yeah.
and you had to win 10 races in a row, and you had to complete like 10 co-op levels or something, which was ridiculous. But when you're playing on Switch, trophies and achievements don't matter because they're not there.
Yeah.
So
Except in Hollow Knight.
Yeah, that I've had a lot of stuff pop up in that. I'm like, man, I hope this comes to PS4 because I could see where trophies are.
it is later, right? I think they've confirmed
Yeah, I think it will.
that it's coming to other platforms later.
Oh yeah, it'll probably be like 2 years from now.
Yeah.
Good.
I played
Exactly.
about half of God of War, and I like what I played of that. It's good. That's a good game.
It's
I
good.
feel like that's enough to get a sense of that game.
Yeah,
They're doing New Game Plus, so that'll be nice for people that
it's a good one. I can't wait. I can't wait to finish it. Probably next week sometime when I will finally have time, because some things are happening. Put together a stroller, by the way, today. This baby thing, it's getting real, man.
Yeah.
Getting real. Learn how to.
It's the realest for your wife who's actually carrying it around. She's like, I'm done. I'm fucking
Yeah.
done with this shit. When's the baby coming out?
Yeah, it's weird because she's like hungry and full at the same time. But the baby takes up so much room, so she can't eat as much as she used to. But she's
Yeah.
still hungry, so it's like that's a weird. That's probably a weird.
Just remember the advice that they gave Chris on Parks and Rec. Don't try and fix a problem. Sometimes you have to sit down and go, man, that sucks.
It's true. that yeah.
It's a good show, man. It's a really good show.
I need to watch it.
I love that show. Man, yeah, I want to rewatch that. But what else have I even played this year? Oh, Donkey Kong. That's a good game.
Freeze?
Yeah, Tropical Freeze is a good game.
Okay. All right, that's what I figured you meant. I just wanted to make sure for the listeners at home.
Yeah, that music's real good.
It really is.
Yeah, that music is real good.
Hey, Nintendo,
Lightfall.
do more vinyl.
You think? Yeah. I that doesn't sound like something Nintendo would do.
I know.
They just pack a special edition with 500 CDs that no one cares about.
Exactly.
Like Fire Emblem Warriors and Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Mm-hmm.
I have 4 discs that I don't know what to do with. What am I supposed to do with these things? My computer doesn't even have a disk drive. Just saying. Just put the download code in there. Nobody buys physical media anymore except for Matt. But that's like a special form of physical media, so just saying. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lightfall's pretty good too.
Lightfall's pretty good, yeah.
Lightfall and Super Meat Boy, I think, are going to round out my list because I played those a lot this year. I forgot that I played a ton of Super Meat Boy in January when it came out, and in February because there was still nothing out.
Okay.
I think that's about it. I think that's my list.
Okay.
I'm glad you guys had a lot to say about my list. Appreciate it.
I mean, I don't. What can I say about all those games that I've been talking, that I've been just praising to the heavens?
I mean, to be fair, you've been playing Super Meat.
I've been playing Super Meat Boy for like 10 years, so it seems like
it's true. It's true. Yes.
Yeah.
You know what you can do.
I did get Shaq Fu for free though, so maybe there'll be an update next week to my list.
Fuck off.
That game, dude! I played that game at PAX. It was real bad. I'm not gonna lie. I tried. Like at first, it was like a big joke. But man, that game is bad. It is not.
I know Jason played it. He beat it. So
yeah,
got like a 3 on Destructoid or something. So
Yeah.
that was pretty entertaining.
it's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. So, what about you, Matt? What are the best games you played this year?
Well, the best new games I've played, I would say 5 is Minute, 4 is Adventure Pals, 3
What's Adventure Pals?
Adventure Pals is a platformer that's absolutely bonkers.
Is it on Switch?
Yes or no?
Actually,
no,
it is.
Is it on
Yeah,
Switch?
it is. It's on Switch. Jesse shared a picture of it in our chat that it's on Switch, which is cool.
Yeah,
Play it on
it's,
Switch.
you play a little dude named Wilton, and he has a giraffe in his backpack. It's a side-scrolling platformer with an overworld a la, I mean, I guess kind of Super Mario 3, but it's more open. But the giraffe is your little adventure buddy, and when you jump, you can hold the jump button, and he sticks his tongue out and propels.
And you float for a while.
You can glide with him.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
It has a lot of sardonic, self-aware dialogue. I think its mechanics are not like super tight, but it's really a lot more fun than it has any right to be. Will this be on my top 10 of the list? Top 10 of the year? I don't know. We still have half a year, but like it was something that I saw, and I saw that there was couch co-op, and I know that my girlfriend likes platformers and understands the mechanics. And I said, "Hey, would you play this?" And she said, "Yes." So we have played that together, and we've had an absolute ball.
Good.
3 would be Yukiya's Pinball Adventure. That is Metroid meets Pinball. And that is a...
Oh,
I don't
is this the game that Giant Bomb's been talking about for like 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Somebody compared it to Sonic Spinball, and somebody's like, "No, it's not."
No, it's not. It's more Metroid than it is Pinball, or than it is.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's fucking good. And it's another game that should not be as good as it is, and like that game has some serious potential. I haven't played it very much, but it has left such an impression that I will play the fuck out of that game. 2 is God of War, and 1 is Celeste.
I need to. Man, I have so many games to finish now.
God of War is a fucking good game. I like everything about it, and that game will go deep in Game of the Year just about anywhere you look. Celeste will probably be forgotten by a lot by the end of the year, but I feel like it makes a case that there's more to challenging platforming than just speed. And the mechanics it uses are really cool. It uses stamina, it uses a dash. I feel like I'm blanking on the main character's name because it's not Celeste. She's climbing Celeste Mountain.
Madeline?
I think it's Matt. Yeah, I think it is Madeline. But I like her story. I like the way it handles what she's going through, and there's I'm not really going to go into it because I feel like it's a spoiler, but there is already a very strong contender for moment of the year in that game. And I feel like no matter how I explain it, it would probably come off as a little silly and stupid, but I think the fact that this developer went for it and did that, that deserves to be commended. And I love that game. That game is great, from its art style, its mechanics, the music in that game, specifically the B-sides and C-sides. Oh, it's a good time. It's a really, really good. I mean, it's probably the most listenable soundtrack this year so far. So yeah, those are my 5. And then I have 5 old games like Sky Rogue, Dark Souls Remastered, Burnout Paradise, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, and Super Meat Boy, because that came out on Switch this year. Other than that, Moose.
I'm gonna go with some of the challenge games I've been playing. So games I should have played when they released. The Order 1886, played that this year. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I don't think it was as crappy as people thought it was. I can see where people expected a lot more of it, and that's why it probably got the ratings it did, because it just didn't deliver. So I enjoyed the game thoroughly.
That is an enjoyable video game.
Yes, I'm not going to say it's the best, but I'm definitely not going to say it's the worst. I enjoyed the story. The gameplay was good. They could refine that a little bit. They could refine the maybe not the pacing, but like the world, because I felt like I wanted to explore a little bit to try and find everything, but then it's like, there's not really a lot of places you can explore. But anyway, so the Order 1886 was great. Loved it. Shadow Warrior, which I can't wait to play Shadow Warrior 2. It's not on my list, but I had a lot of fun with Shadow Warrior. over the top action, a lot of slicing and dicing, shooting, all that stuff. Good fun. I'll have to go with my other game that I should have played it when it came out, and this will probably be my game. My game I played in 2018 that I should have played in 2017 when we do our games, our games of the year categories is Gravity Rush 2. Gravity Rush 2 was a lot of fun. It's a beautiful game, thoroughly enjoyable. I had a blast with that. So that would be number 3. Then if I could get to my lists, Jesus, Game Share. So I've gotten a lot of indies, and I have a feeling a lot of these will probably be removed from my top 10 list for the year by a lot of the 3 games that are coming out in August. So, because August is dropping my 3 games: Chasm, Death's Gambit, and then Dead Cells. So, which is awesome. They've given us a date on Dead Cells, and that's it. Death's Gambit and Chasm have not given us release dates. I think Dead Cells is like the second or third week in August. Anyways, so thoroughly enjoying Deadbolt. If you ever heard of Risk of Rain, it's a little 2D side scroller. It's on the Vita. It's on the PS4. The developers of that made a game called Deadbolt, where you actually play death, and it's kind of, from what I've played of it, I would compare it to like a 2D side-scrolling Hotline Miami, where like you're moving from room to room, trying to avoid being spotted and kill people before you're spotted, and using ventilation systems to get from floor to floor and stairwells and all that stuff. So thoroughly enjoyable. I say check it out. It's gotten some decent reviews. I'm having a blast with it. So obviously, it's an indie game. What are you going to do with it? Number 2 would be God of War. I loved God of War. Thought it was good, but I kind of put it on a shelf. Like, I put it on the shelf because I was like, I got to get through some challenge games this year. So I beat the game. Love the story. If you really want my opinion, check out the Nerds Gone Platinum spoiler cast, where we talk about God of War and where we think the series should go and what we want to do with it, or what I would like them to do with it. And then my number 1 game that I've played this year is a game that is 2009 came out. No, 2011. 2011. So it's 7 years old. Dark Souls Remaster. Having a blast with Dark Souls Remaster. It's a great trip down memory lane because you can see where a lot of the stuff came from my personal favorite game for the console generation, which is Bloodborne. It's my favorite game on the PS4, period. So it's cool seeing where some of the nods came from. And also, having played, it's weird for me. So, like, I always kind of wanted to, like, have the, like have a discussion with someone who's played, like, maybe me and Matt will have this discussion later when we have some time, but like talk about an experience with a game series where like Matt's kind of played it, you kind of played it from front to back, right?
Yep.
And I'm kind of like playing it almost in reverse. So I did.
You're
Bloodborne.
Tarantinoing it. You're sort of messing with the order.
Yeah. So
you're doing the machete order, if you will.
I did.
Except it's not bullshit like that stupid machete order.
Right. Like, I did Bloodborne first, and then I did Dark Souls 3, and now playing in Dark Souls, like, going through Anna Londor, I'm just like, oh, like, that's that. I know this. I know this whole area. And then there's one particular NPC you find in a staircase, that's in a staircase in Dark Souls, and I'm just like, well, that makes me really sad. Like, I'm really sad about that. But anyways, because I was like, I know that I don't want to spoil it for anybody. We'll talk about it later. But anyways, so I'm thoroughly enjoying Dark Souls. Jason's enjoying it. Like, he's hooked. Like, he's hooked on the series. He's like, I want to play 2. I want to play 3. He's like, I want to run through everything. That's how much he's enjoying Dark Souls. Jeff, maybe not so much, because I think the problem with Jeff is playing too many other games. So Jason just bought Moonlight recently, And so he pushed that to Jeff's system. So Jeff's been playing that. Now Jeff's playing Neo. And so, like, I think he's bouncing around too much. So, like, when I come home, I focus on 2 games lately. And I focus on Dragon's Crown Pro and I focus on Dark Souls 3. I mean Dark Souls, just Dark Souls Remastered. So it's just those 2 games that I'm trying to play right now. And so I don't feel like I lose a step by going to another game and coming back to Dark Souls. So anyways, it's those are my 5 games I've been playing this year. There's some other honorable mentions, like Moonlighter is really cool. I know that that's out on Switch, but I got it on PS4. Celeste is good, like Matt mentioned. And then a golden gem, which is, we had to do a top 5 list, but it would be on my top 10 list, Iconoclast, which is an awesome, just 2D side scroller.
It's like a Metroidvania, really cool. Isn't it?
Yes, it is. And
it's more Metroidvania than roguelike, right?
Yes. So it is on PS4 and Vita, and it is cross-buy. I didn't know that. I just bought it on PS4, and apparently I got the Vita version. So it says nothing on the page on the PSN page about it being cross-buy. So I'm probably going to play it on my Vita more so than I will whatchamacallit, my PS4. Because what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to load it on my Vita, and then when I get Chasm, load Chasm on there and just play the 2 of them, for a while once I take a break from Hollow Knight. Fuck,
I completely forgot to talk about Hollow Knight. That game's amazing.
Yeah, and I'm playing that right now too. That would be up there, but I haven't had enough time with it. I'm loving it, enjoying it, so it would probably replace something on my top 5 list. I highly recommend picking it up if you've got a Switch. It'll probably come to consoles later. But what I wanted to say was Iconoclast, I believe, is coming to other consoles as well. Right now, as far as I know, it's just Steam and Sony's family of consoles, except for 3. It's not on the PlayStation 3, I don't believe. Right. But anyways, so I believe it's coming to Switch. Because, like, I think it's really cool. Like, it's funny, like, a lot of developers like to post pictures on Twitter of, like, quote-unquote Switches. So that's kind of like giving a hint that, it might be coming to Switch. And I think that's what they did. They just posted a picture of, like, a light switch. And it was like, okay, well, kind of figure out that's what it is. So that's cool. It's coming to the Nintendo platform, so play it. It's a lot of fun. It's got a really great art style, runs really well, and just looks really good when it's moving and stuff. So it's got some puzzles too, which is nice. So anyways, that is my top 5 list.
Nice. Well, that's it. That's our top games for 2018 so far.
Yeah.
Not all of them for 2018, but it's okay. We do what we want.
It's our show, isn't it?
Yeah, we're not beholden to a press cycle because we all got jobs, and no one sends us games. So you want us to play your game when it comes out? Send it to us.
Yeah. We just play. We play what we're interested in, and we play what we can get our hands on. So like I said, right now it's Hollow Knight, Dark Souls and Dragon's Crown, and that's it right now.
Don't get me wrong. I'll be the first person to say I would love to play the Swords of Ditto. Really would. Girlfriend said she wanted to play it with me. So we got to finish Adventure Pals.
Yeah.
And that's next. So.
And see, I like your approach there. Not immediately buying the game. It's like, no, we have to beat this game before we buy it. I like that approach to it. So that's good.
Yeah.
Good approach.
Yeah, and then I just want to say Andy Cool showed up in the chat. He's present and accounted for. Happy to see you again, sir.
Yay.
And we'll wrap up this B-side so we talk about E3.
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching this B-side. Remember, you can find it every Thursday at noon here on our YouTube page and on ngrradio.com. And episode 100 is next week, guys, by the way.
Now I'm excited. I'm excited.
If you're watching this, episode 100. Whoop, whoop. It's coming.
Yeah, we're recording it in literally 3 days.
I know.
It's fucking nerve-wracking.
Yeah. It's going to be insane. See, we're just going to show up. We're going to do our normal thing, and we'll be all right. Okay?
Yeah.
I need to email you all the questions I have or forward them to you, Matt.
Yeah.
Or I can
What
just
about
keep them.
me?
I don't care.
Why can't,
No, you don't
why
get
can't we all share? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, what's the
Are you
point,
going to read
Moose?
them, Moose?
What's
Or are
the
you just
point?
going to
Well, yeah. You'll be like, "Oh, thanks for this, Corey," and then
No, I'll read it.
we'll show up. We'll
No,
get the
No,
live.
I'll
Fuck
send
your
it. I'll send it to
couch.
him.
Fuck
I'll
your
send it to him. I'll send it to him in the middle of the day, and he'll just send the 2 beer mug like emoji
Yep.
that we have in our group chat.
No. I will read
And
it.
then, and then when we show up to record,
Hashtag
it'll be like,
classic Moose.
he'll be like, "What are we talking about tonight?" And we'll be like, "Okay."
I will say we're talking about the emails that we read. Hey, so and so's got a great point. I love that point. Fuck you both.
Love you guys. All right.
All right. See you guys next week. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Right? Yeah.
B-side Nana and out.
Peace. You're welcome.
There you go.